prices inched higher as hopes of a swift Brexit deal boosted the sterling and Europe against the dollar. So are we at the bottom pool of good market?
Well, I'm really still pretty negative on gold, and here's why. I think gold can do all right when interest rates are zero, but interest rates are really rising around the world now, and I think that makes the cost of holding gold more expensive. It's the opportunity cost. But the other thing, too, is that in the U.S., Western Europe, Japan, places that have relatively strong banking systems, there's not such an attraction to gold as an alternative asset, but places in which there are problems in the world, like Argentina, Venezuela, Turkey, we see increased demand, and also, of course, Russia continues to build up their gold holdings over hard currency holdings. So I'd say that for me, I'm not crazy about gold as an investment at these levels, and especially with interest rates rising, but I can see how some people want to diversify their portfolios. And the hot spots in the world, when you look at like gold and prices in terms of like what it costs in Turkish lira terms, Argentina peso terms, South African rand terms, the price of gold has really appreciated against many of the emerging market currencies, making it more expensive.
China's yuan fell against on Monday as investors assumed that the United States had less to lose from trade tensions than China. So what's your view on the relationships between two nations?
Yeah, so, when it comes to the major currencies, I often think of like these market forces, interest rates, yield curves, macroeconomic variables. But to this day, we still have the Chinese currency is very tightly managed. And I think that Chinese officials are loath to see it depreciate much more, partly for trying to avoid antagonizing the U.S. needlessly. Secondly, it's because of their own domestic policies that a weakening currency would probably weigh further on the equity market and create this capital outflows, sort of like 2015. And this is the problem, that the Shanghai Composite had a nice rally today, but in general, Shanghai's been falling, and I think that they want to avoid the sort of like, I think what Chinese officials are trying to do is try to encourage people to have some faith in the future and faith in investment, using the stock market rather than, say, wealth management products as a place to put their savings. And so I think that if too weak of a currency, it would have some negative implications for capital flows into China. I think that wants to be avoided.